Remember how Buzz Lightyear was convinced he was an actual space ranger with an elaborate backstory? Did you ever want to know more about his adventures defending the universe from the evil Emperor Zurg? Well, Disney figured you did and gave the world 2 seasons of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, an animated look at Buzz and his buds that, presumably, made all those Buzz Lightyear figures the hot toy Andy needed. What's up, guys? I'm Chris Carr, and today I'm taking you back to Disney's Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. But before we go to infinity and beyond, let's give a quick shout out to the heroes of Patreon. Thanks to the Galactic Champions sharing some of their Unibucks with us, we're able to deep dive and ruin your childhoods every week. If you want to help out, head over to our Patreon page and see if there's a donation tier that works for you. We'll thank you with bloopers, behind the scenes, shout outs, rad patches, and more. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be nice to have money?
Dude, wouldn't it be nice to have enough money to, anything?
To, pay bills?
Live.
Oh my god, whoa.
Our dogs.
Dare to dream.
Donate to our Patreon.
No money? No problem. Liking, sharing, and subscribing are awesome ways to help. On to space stuff! Like the other Disney tunes we've talked about here on Nerdwire, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command was part of Disney's One Saturday Morning lineup. Buzz, who had first appeared as the action figure we'd come to know and love in the 1995 film Toy Story, was given a show that's supposed to be the in-universe inspo for his toy existence. Sort of a cart before the horse situation. Action figure before the show.
That was the most outrageous stunt I've ever seen.
Kinda reminds you of yourself, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
The series kicked off with a straight-to-video movie, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins, which would then air as the first 3 episodes of the show. Full disclosure, I didn't watch this one as a kid. It came out in 2000. Do you know how much awesome, weird shit happened in 2000? Take Off Your Pants and Jacket came out. Britney did that snake stuff at the VMAs. Moulin Rouge, Spirited Away, Royal Tannenbaums. Buzz Lightyear was not on my radar.
This diabolical plot can only be the work of the sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance, evil Emperor Zurg.
What plot?
Now that being said, this is probably one of Disney's better cartoon spin-offs.
Do you remember Buzz Lightyear of Star Command?
I remember that Tim Allen got arrested for cocaine smuggling in the 1980s.
That's not the question.
You know, it's on topic if you go this way.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, let me follow this thread.
It's like the 6 degree or the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, except with Tim Allen.
The one line of cocaine to Tim Allen.
The straight line of cocaine to Tim Allen.
Yeah. The series takes place in the distant future. The Galactic Alliance, a peaceful union of planets, has led to numerous alien species coexisting in harmony. The peace is kept by Star Command, an organization of space rangers who investigate threats to galactic peace. Think the United Federation and Starfleet.
You know it's a threat to galactic peace?
What, Wit?
The fact that Tim Allen did something, I don't know what, to Jonathan Taylor Thomas to make him disappear.
I know.
And what did he do? What did Tim Allen do? Because he had to have done something. Maybe he was mean. Maybe he yelled at him.
Probably.
Maybe he got him addicted to cocaine.
JTT was running for a, board member in SAG.
He was running for
president. Was it president?
He's running for president of the United States.
I'm gonna be drinking moon juice with President Jonathan Taylor Thomas. The main threat that Star Command deals with is that of the evil Emperor Zurg, an intergalactic baddie who has an army of robots and rules an enslaved empire. In the show, Buzz is an interstellar sensation, a famous space ranger known for his acts of bravery who takes on a crew of rookies.
Take on such a dicey assignment, Princess.
Princess, I am a space ranger.
You know what? You two really should be partners. 'Cause you're both pig-headed show-offs!
I love this cast of characters. We all know Buzz, but we're seeing that alter ego Buzz. For that first backdoor pilot that went straight to video, Tim Allen plays Buzz. But once the show is officially a show, he's voiced by Patrick Warburton, who, honestly, I like a lot more in the role, at least for this show. Now, usually shifting voice actors feels jarring, but I think it's an accidentally brilliant move. Toys typically aren't voiced by their show's counterpart. It's some unnamed lower-paid voice artist. Me! Tim Allen isn't famous in the Toy Story universe.
As it should be.
As it should be. I have a story about Tim Allen. Okay, one of the alumni from my school worked on the Santa Claus, one of the Santa Claus movies, and it was her birthday. He ate her birthday cake. Before they sang happy birthday, Tim Allen ate her birthday cake. Went in and cut himself a slice. He got a corner piece. That's so messed up.
Wait, but he didn't eat the whole cake.
He didn't eat the whole cake, but he dived into it before the birthday girl did, before they put a candle in.
What was he
That's
looking
rude.
for? Cocaine in the cake?
Probably. Let's talk about the rest of the Lightyear crew. First up is Mira Zova. Mira is an incredibly cool girl who can keep up with Buzz's physical skills and is willing to challenge him. She's a Tangian princess who was inspired to join Star Command after Buzz saved her planet when she was a kid. Tangian is a brilliant alien name given her phasing powers. Well played, Disney. I love that she's never positioned to be Buzz's love interest. 1, because that'd be boring, and 2, because obviously he only belongs with Jessie.
Who is Buzz Lightyear?
How old is Buzz Lightyear? He's supposed to be like in his 40s.
Buzz Lightyear's in his 40s?
That's the general consensus, is because he's been in Star Command for like 20 years.
How old is Woody?
As old as time. We only see love storylines with Mira twice in the entire series. The first is that she's going to be pushed into an arranged marriage. She challenges this proposal by forcing her would-be husband to undergo Star Command training. He realizes how awesome it is being a space ranger, and both agree to pursue life in Star Command instead of pursuing a life together.
I'm a ranger again! Mwah!
To infinity and jolly well past that. What?
Her second love connection is a sort of spin on Romeo and Juliet. As a 15-year-old, Mira fell in love with a grounder named Romac. Grounders are the species of alien that live on the ground. Grounders and Tangians cancel out one another's powers and have drastically different ways of life. Grounders appear to be much more primitive, often grunting and using monosyllabic call and responses to one another.
Rebo, Rebo!
Rebo, Rebo!
Tangians are snooty and insanely xenophobic, believing they're much better than pretty much any other species out there, a trait Mira thankfully doesn't possess.
Sorry, Buzz, it's just some Tangian, oh, we're so much better than you are kind of weirdness.
Is there someplace we can talk away from all these outworlders?
These two were forbidden to see one another as kids, but rekindled their romance as adults. And while we don't get closure with the two of them being together, Romac vows to make himself worthy of being the kind of guy Mira would want to be with. It's really sweet. He looks like a thumb, though. Like, really looks like a thumb. Not in the way that Robert Pattinson looks like a thumb, like, he looks like a thumb.
Which kind of thumb? Like a Megan Fox toe thumb or like a regular thumb?
Like Elizabeth Olsen's, like, weird thumbs.
Oh, weird.
They're like... Next on the team roster is Booster Sinclair Munchap. What a name. Booster was raised on a broccoli farm on his home planet, Joad. That's a Steinbeck reference. On a Saturday morning cartoon. You know how kids love the Grapes of Wrath? Booster is to Buzz Lightyear as Coulson is to Cap. He's a huge Buzz fanboy, and again, Buzz was his inspiration for joining Star Command. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of all of Buzz's adventures and all of Star Command's rules, regulations, and policies. He's super sweet, naive, and has a huge appetite, loves snacks, and just wants to do the best he can. He's a pug of Star Command.
I just want to be a space ranger so bad, Buzz.
Don't you worry. You'll pass the entrance exam. You've just got to study the
Space Ranger mission manual? Oh, I am, sir.
Lastly, we have far and away my favorite Team Lightyear member, XR. Originally designed to be a robotic partner for Buzz, the little green men who built him got a little confused when they weren't connected to their Unimind and accidentally gave XR a personality and free will. The LGMs are adamant that XR stands for Experimental Ranger, but others have taken that shorthand to be for Expendable Ranger. XR is blown up constantly, but those little green guys can always rebuild him.
Yeah, but it's dangerous up there. One false move and someone could be blown to bits, maybe me.
He views Commander Nebula as his father, since he's the one who signed off on his creation papers, and is always seeking Daddy's acceptance and approval. He's got the best lines in the show, and I'm sure will provide Wit with a plethora of dirty jokes for video.
Here for security, not an overnight stay.
All clear here, Skipper. Ooh, mattress massage. A potential booby trap. I volunteer to test it. No, it's my job.
Plus, he's voiced by the insanely talented Larry Miller. He's the beautician from Princess Diaries. I love him.
Yes.
He's the best. Fun fact, the little green men, they're also voiced by Patrick Warburton. Now that you know that, you will never be able to unhear it.
How can you be so sure?
Mind Link.
Oh, come on.
Evil.
It is so jarring. Yeah. Everything they say, you're just like, oh, it is him. Other weird vocal casting choices include Adam Carolla as Commander Nebula.
No dice. We designed that pod to have absolute control of Star Command. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yup. Adam Carolla is in charge of Star Command. Part of the cadet testing is just jumping on trampolines and chugging beer, I guess. He was on The Man Show. That's how he became famous.
Okay, still does not ring a bell.
What are you, a boy?
We also have Wayne Knight as the evil Emperor Zurg. That's right! Newman is the greatest threat to the universe. Hydra cans of Barbasol, y'all. No knowing what Wayne Knight could do.
I shall call you Agent Z.
That's stupid.
Zurg is the sworn enemy of the Galactic Empire. Evil Emperor Zurg desires to rule over the entire galaxy, not just Planet Z. His minions, which he rules over, are grubs. They're basically the Planet Z equivalent of Star Command's LGMs, but way less competent. They do a lot of the menial mechanical tasks Zurg requires. While it appears these guys aren't working for Zurg willingly, they're far too afraid to stand up to the evil Emperor. Also working for him are brain pods, mobile jarred brains putting in all the R&D necessary to keep an evil empire afloat. Again, these dudes seem to harbor a lot of resentment for Zurg, and we even see some of them break away from Zurg's grasp. That being said, they seem fairly proud of the scientific work they accomplish, even if it's for nefarious purposes.
How long have you been with my evil organization?
Ooh, let's see. In total, or just since I've been a brain in a jar?
Brain in a jar.
Lastly, he has a horde of Hornets, robotic foot soldiers who do all the dirty work. Now these guys are like the stormtroopers of the Buzz Lightyear universe. They're lousy shots, completely expendable, and are easily taken out by our space rangers. While in the world of Toy Story we're led to believe Zurg is the pinnacle of all evil, in the series, he's a much more cartoonish and flamboyant guy, who often ends up serving as comic relief.
What's your plan, sir? Be devious and ruthless! You know, go with my strengths!
Good luck.
He's often weirdly polite and believes certain evil acts are too evil for even him to participate in.
This place just isn't the same grim, oppressive pit I built with the sweat and toil of others. But evil's not going away without a fight!
That being said, we definitely are poised to view him as the worst person in the verse.
We will never talk. Do your worst.
My plan exactly.
Gravitina is another recurring villain in the series. She dubs herself the Mistress of Gravity. If you ever have wondered, but what if Megamind was a hot chick? Then look no further! Gravitina has a big ol' crush on Buzz, and her plots usually revolve around her vying for Buzz's attention. What's really sad is that she basically just became a villain because people made fun of her big ol' head.
One thing you were always missing.
Twisted heart of evil?
Well, actually, the stylish goatee. Or is it a Van Dyke? I can never remember. But you're right, the evil part.
My personal favorite baddie in the series is Warp Dark Matter. Spoiler alert, if you like Winter Soldier, you're gonna love the betrayal of Warp Dark Matter and his Bucky Barnes upgrades. This former Space Ranger was secretly working as a double agent for Zurg for almost 20 years. That's some deep undercover Hail Hydra espionage, y'all. For a brief time, he goes by Agent Z. It's like for one episode, before he just commits crimes as himself loud and proud.
Another misguided Lightyearism. Crime pays, and it pays big.
Indeed, as we shall see.
That arm upgrade is seriously sick. His right arm was replaced by a cyber bionic arm that can morph into pretty much any weapon. Plasma cannon, metallic claws, flamethrower. You name it, he can Mighty Morph that Mega Man arm.
Warp? Reach for the stars.
Warp frequently clashes with Buzz, and their dynamic is super fun to watch.
Hey, Lightyear, you don't still say,
To infinity!
Now, two standout episodes for me both involve Nose 4A2, an energy vampire who is working for Zurg when we meet him. In that initial and aptly named Nos 4A2 episode, we have so many cool nods to vamps.
XR? You okay?
I'm fine. Just fine.
The name is obvious, but here's a little gem I love. Nos 4A2 had to be placed on that ship. He couldn't just barge in. Because he's a vampire. He has to have someone there. It's XR. He has to invite him in. It's vampire lore. It's cool. Sure, it could have been because a Trojan horse strategy is a solid strategy, but I like to think the writers wanted to include some fun plays on lore for us.
You shall be released.
They then abandon how vampires work when it comes to the episode Wirewolf. Unlike when Nos 4A2 bites a robot and they'll do his bidding, biting a human leads the bitten victim to become a wirewolf, a robotic chrome-plated wolf man. This is the fate of Space Ranger Ty Parsec.
That is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
I want to become a wirewolf.
It's really awesome. I love it.
Wirewolf, you guys are all the same.
Either way, Jon Snow's not gonna pet you till the very end.
Whoa.
Ty transforms when exposed to radioactive moon rock. It's like a mix of Kryptonian and Lycan lore. In the show, the team destroys all the moon rock except for a shard that Nos 4A2 has in his possession. Dun dun dun! Wirewolf Star Command. Woo! No one chimed in on that one? You guys.
Wow.
Do it again?
No. No, the moment has passed. I wanted a genuine reaction. How dare both of you?
Because I didn't know you were gonna start singing, and then it happened, and then I was like, yeah, and then it was too late.
Let's do it again.
No!
Mind meld me. Werewolves Star Command. Ow! Yay. Again, amazing voice acting. NOS4A2 is played by Craig Ferguson, and he seems to just revel in this role.
I am NOS4A2.
I am unimpressed.
All right, there's even a Christmas episode, y'all.
Ho, ho, ho. Make your holiday special for someone less fortunate.
Hi, Buzz.
In the episode, we learn that Santa basically has an interstellar time turner and that he lives in a giant snow globe called North Polaris, and that Zurg's most dastardly plot yet is stealing Christmas.
Jesus, in space.
Yep. Also, I like that Zurg is just the Grinch, but with no redemption arc.
I just like that somehow Christianity has spread to the moon.
Nah, just capitalism. It's Santa he's working with.
Yeah, but where did that come from? Jesus.
It's so much time. Religion has just been eradicated. They're done with it. But capitalism is going to live so long. It's going to outlive all of us, for sure.
It's about the giving.
Then give it all to me.
Again, Zurg is implied to be the most sinister space baddie out there. Stealing the hope and unity that comes with Christmas? That is Soup's evil, man.
'Tis the season to give, and I like to give till it hurts.
This is the only episode that I'm bummed that Tim Allen isn't voicing Buzz. I'd love Tim Allen to be helping Santa with Intergalactic Christmas just for all the potential meta jokes.
How come nobody believes anymore?
Well, speaking for myself, I stopped believing when I was 9.
Far and away, the best thing about the series is its ability to deliver different types of stories and storylines. If you love cop movies, you'll love the pilot's formula of, I work alone, I'll never lose a partner again. If you love Star Trek or sci-fi in general, this is a fun ride. There's a Shakespearean love story, a spy betrayal, robots becoming sentient beings. Truly, this is a fantastic mashup of lots of your favorite tropes and genres.
He's missing one important piece of equipment.
Revenge?
No. Justice, my friend.
What do you remember about Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? Which childhood tune should we revisit next? Let me know down below. For more videos, click to the left of my face, or you can check us out on Roku or Plex. Again, thanks to our sponsors on Patreon, and thank you for watching. See you, Space Cowboy.